Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
All right, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. Nice looking Wednesday, really. That rain yesterday kind of made it. You have to have the yin for the yang, right, Robin? You can't have all nice days. You have to have a nasty day now and then to appreciate the nice days. And today is one of them. Looks like we're going to have nice days all the way through Saturday. Sunday is the first day that this weather forecast indicates any rain at all. Otherwise, temperatures getting a little bit warmer, like 84 is the expected high on Saturday.
Nice.
Right? Not bad, right?
And I can call my landlord and get my air conditioner fixed.
Right.
So I have to wait till it gets to be 80.
Yeah, wait till it's 80.
Galen,
Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. I think he said he was going to Atlanta yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought so.
Hey, good morning, Galen. Are you in Atlanta?
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
All right. How is everything? All right?
Everything is good. Yeah. Everything's really good.
Nice weather where you are. Did you cross the state line yet?
No, I haven't gotten to the state line yet. No.
Oh, okay. So as a born and raised pretty much in Florida, you must have an opinion about this beach ruling. Are you familiar with it?
No, I haven't heard about this.
Okay. So starting July 1st, the public is no longer allowed to be closer to the hotels and the condominiums or the private residences than the high tide line. The high tide line is their boundary, and I guess they're going to average it out because obviously during a hurricane, the high tide line reaches their backyards, basically, right? So that means that on high tide, us in the general public, we're going to be on wet sand or in the water.
That's right. Interesting. I need to read into that. So basically, I guess it's for your beach umbrella, that kind of stuff, right? Is that what they're saying? That you can't set up station closer than the high tide line.
I think you can't even put a blanket down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Unless you're staying
How are they going to enforce that? Is that on all Florida beaches?
Yes, the whole state. Yeah, each like hotel, for example, would have the prerogative to decide whether people can be on their beach or not. I guess that's how it's going to work. It's kind of crazy.
That is weird.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that even got passed.
I mean, what?
So I wonder if that goes for like people's private homes and everything.
Yes,
there, or
yes, it does say private residences.
Wow.
Condominiums and hotels. Those are the three things that are named in the story.
Oh, okay. So that's just about everything that's on there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's not too many places where all you have is dunes, sand dunes. There's almost every place has something built there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I mean, you drive on the beach, so
yeah.
I guess I wonder what they're going to do with those lanes at Daytona.
Well, yeah. I mean, and what I'm wondering is, okay, this passes July 1st. Do they put up a white picket fence behind the hotel and say, look, this is only for guests only?
It won't last very long on the beach. But, yeah, that's fascinating to me. I'm going to have to find that out. And you know what? Maybe one of those rules that really don't impact us in any way, shape, or form. You don't know. But, you know, if you think about it, all the sand that is higher than high tide is that really thick candy sand that you can't really do much with anyway. So, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I know. So as far as driving on the beach, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine where the high tide line actually is. It's
up there. I mean, it's pretty high. But I'm telling you, with the driving on the beach, because sometimes you drive above the high tide line, obviously. So
yeah.
Curious how that's going to work.
Yeah, so
they can't close it because that's a city ordinance that they pass forever unless you can no longer drive on Daytona, and that's one of the reasons it makes Daytona so special is you can drive on the beach.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this all works out, and it'll mean for young families. Hey, kids, we're going to go to the beach. What time is low tide?
Yeah.
You're always going to be going to low tide.
Yeah.
Well, the kids play in that 6 inches of water anyway. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep an open mind. I didn't even know there was this huge pitch to do it. Didn't know that this was a problem.
Well, it's a problem, and the reason it's in the news. Apparently, this was already passed. There's a petition going around. They've got 23,000 signatures so far to protest this decision. So
Feel it. But that's how our government works. It works now, right? It's in the dark of night. Nobody really knows that they're going to pass something, and then all of a sudden it passes and has this huge impact on your life. It's sad, but that's honestly what our government has become.
And when the but when the surveyors are out there and they survey the land for the property of the hotel itself, the physical structure and the swimming pool and the tiki bar, and then where they put their steps going down to the beach, that's all legal. That's in the site development plan. So anything, past that wall should be left alone because that's not the original part of the hotel.
I agree.
And that's what
I
they
think
pay
it's fair.
taxes on, is right there.
But what they're trying to do in these resorts and all these condominiums are just trying to sell that you get this beach access, right? That you get this great access, and then you get access to all these chairs, and it's going to be private, and nobody's going to be there. Because I'm sure that's the issue, is people are hanging out around the resort side, because that's where everybody puts their chairs, and that's where you buy your umbrella and the food truck and everything else over there.
Yeah,
So.
and going back, and I know this was not supposed to be permitted, but Alex and I, when he was little, we'd go up to the swimming pools all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I don't even think it was unpermitted, but I mean people did it. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of odd, isn't it? It's kind of odd.
It's a shame, really, because the one thing that Florida has that makes Florida so special are these beautiful beaches. And
Correct.
and they should be public, and they have been all along. Mm-hmm. Well,
I guess they're saying that they're public up until a certain point, and when they take it to high tide line, that is as you mentioned, it's such an arbitrary line.
Yeah. It says here, this is the first law of its kind in the country. The first of its kind in the country. Wow.
Maybe we should talk to our people who represent us and find out some more information, because and I love the beach, and I try to stay up to speed on these kinds of things, and I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah, it's the signature group is called the Care 2, CARE, the number 2, Care 2 petition. If you want to look it up.
And if some of the resorts are putting out their chairs, I imagine there are signs on their chairs saying for resort guests only, then those resorts should hire a person to be the chair patrol guy. And then the people that are staying in the resort should be able to, say, okay, here's my room key. And then the chair patrol guy will say, okay. I mean, that's what they
and I
should
think
do.
and I know they do that, but I think they're even trying to go further than that, so that you can't put your stuff around their people, because
Right.
let's be clear, if
That's
you're staying
exactly-
at a resort, you don't want to mingle with the common folk. That's what it really is.
Oh, yes,
No,
they
honestly,
do.
I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So,
that's
all right.
such a shame, because
gonna-
God made the
gonna
world
study this.
for everyone, not just for a select
There you
few.
go. All right, let me squeeze in a phone call. Obviously, we've generated an interest, and then we do have a topic. If you want to stay in that hotel, I've got 10 things you can do to make yourself more affluent.
Nice.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry, Robin, Galen. They're the first people you hear crying when the storm comes through and washes away the beach. We got to rebuild the beaches, bring the sand back, and everything else. It'll destroy property values.
Yeah.
Well, number one, who told you to go build on the beach? And number Number two, why does the federal government and the taxpayer have to bail out your private beach? Or actually refill your private beach or rebuild it?
Yeah.
And yet they can turn around and pass a law like this? It's somebody's definitely not thinking of anything but the almighty pocketbook.
Yeah.
Kickbacks.
But, to me, you go down State Road 40 and you can keep going right down to the water's edge almost. It's paved almost all the way down to the high tide mark or the lunar high tide. Mm-hmm. And to me, these people just are too arrogant for me, as far as I'm concerned. And the people that wrote the law up must got nice gifts or something for passing this law, because it's not right. Why should we rebuild their beaches?
I hear you. Yeah, I know, but we do it all the time. Hey,
we sure do.
Yeah.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Sonny.
You've got to remember, I mean, the beach itself is still eminent domain and all that, and it belongs to the people, and it's not a federal government thing. But I need to find out more about this. I don't want to jump on it. There may be a really good reason for this.
All right.
That I don't know about.
So I need to correct something I told you. I told you the petition was called the Care 2 petition. That's the name of the website, I guess, that hosts all these kinds of petitions.
Oh.
So if you go to, if you put Care 2 petitions, Florida beaches, in Google, it'll come up, and here's what it says. It says, Florida Governor Rick Scott just signed a bill that will make countless Florida beaches private. The new law, scheduled to go into effect July 1st, will grant privately owned homes, hotels, and condominiums more control over their beachfront property, allowing them to restrict access to the general public. 60% of Florida's beaches are already privately owned. The new law will put even more power in the hands of landowners to further restrict where, when, and how people can access the beach.
Well, he won't get elected senator then. People aren't going to vote for him.
I think he's already pretty much won.
I don't see on here where it says a thing about the high tide line. Okay, if you.
Yeah, I need to find out some info about it.
Yeah, Rick. Okay. Let's see. Miami Beach says the new law won't affect beach access there because the state owns all beaches in city limits up to the western end of the sand dunes. So that's part of this. The law will impact municipalities where private properties own up to the MHWL. What does that mean, MHWL?
MHWL.
Any idea what that might mean?
MHWL? Wow, this is a new
Google
one.
It.
Yeah, what is MHWL? Okay. Let me look. What, are you passing a truck?
Wall land or something? Ooh, that's a cool sound.
What is that? Is that
you guys make that sound all the time.
Is that gas? Okay, here we go.
No, it's just it's a tuner.
Oh, it means mean high water line. It's the same thing we've been saying.
Oh.
MHWL means mean high water line. I guess the average of the high tide.
Makes sense.
Well, there you go. So there's the evidence right there.
Gosh.
It's House Bill 631, if you want to look that up.
All right. I will check it out.
Wow. All right. Well, anyways.
Who's the sponsor? Does it say who the sponsor is? Which two representatives or whoever sponsored the bill?
Let's see. I don't know.
So it's Florida House Bill 631.
And again, I mean, I get it that these Florida resorts bring in a ton of money, in tax dollars and tourists and things like that. So I may be missing something.
Backers of the bill, like State Representative Katie Edwards Walpole, a Democrat from Plantation, says it just it streamlines a contentious process by allowing judges to decide where the public can go. What?
So she's not a backer then. She's not a sponsor.
I don't know.
No, she's a sponsor of the bill.
It sounds like she supports
she's a backer of the bill.
Oh.
Yeah.
She supports the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you judges won't be voted in next time then.
Yeah, you're touching some. Hey,
Power of the people.
We got so many important things in the news.
Again, it may be just really making a clear line of clear earmark for it. So Because I really don't know how the property lines are set along the beaches. I just knew that historically you could walk through them. So maybe you couldn't, that it was defined by each county or something. It could have been a county to county, city to city thing. I don't know.
Let me take another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. They've been having this sort of controversy in California for a number of years, particularly around Malibu, since all the beautiful people have started to move to Malibu. They've tried to close off beach access. So it's the only place it's happening.
Oh,
have a good day.
Thank you. I got a Malibu story. Do you remember the actress Bo Derek? Does that name ring a bell for you?
10.
10, yeah, she was in the movie 10. Do you remember her?
Dudley Moore.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was every little 15-year-old boy's dream to see her running down the beach.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, it was the 22-year-old man's dream, too, when I was 22. I was out there, and there was a rumor that she had spent the week in Johnny Carson's place, which was right on the beach. And I don't know whether he was...
for Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know whether he was there or not, but she was there. And she was running on the beach, just like in the movie. And so, oh, my gosh, I couldn't get to it.
With her cornrows and everything, huh?
Well, that's what you picture. Rob, if you could live in a man's body just for a day, you would understand so much more. Right, Galen? I mean, I think this is what...
Oh, heck yeah.
If women could just live in our body just one day, your whole view on our world would change. And maybe the same thing is true for us.
They would instantly realize, we already rule the world. We already have all the control.
I mean, did you see this story this morning about the sex workers, the legitimate sex workers? This is what they call themselves, who are upset that they took this webpage down that they advertise on.
Right, yeah,
what?
I saw that.
They should be upset.
I'm like, come on.
I thought this was illegal. How could it be legitimate?
What? I mean, what they were known for is underage kids.
Man.
No, I think it's disgusting.
I don't know. It's crazy. All right, here we go. So if you want to become rich, I got 10 things.
Right, let's be clear. If you're a legitimate sex worker,
Yes.
you can have a legitimate web page just like any other business. And I've said that I think that legalizing prostitution has some merits and that it's something we should really look at in this country. It lowers rape rates and all these other things. But, we need to close down these kind of dark web sites. So,
okay, well, that's okay.
Put that down.
So, yeah, go to Wix.com, make your own website, like Robin and the Giant
take
have.
15 seconds.
Exactly. Just don't put prices on there and you'll be fine. Because isn't that how they get you?
Robin has it figured out.
The prices, yeah.
Get your Google optimization up and have a business.
There you go.
Maybe even pay taxes on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
you
my
gotta
God.
pay taxes.
Do they do this in Nevada?
Not like prostitution's going away. Yeah, I'm sure they have websites.
I bet they do in Nevada.
We'll look them up later on. And Dan, just be prepared. That computer in the production room might have some funny advertising stuff. All right. How's the blood supply? Oh my gosh, we're almost out of time. How is the blood supply?
Again, we're right there at a 4-day blood supply, and we just need people to continue to give to Get the Life to donate blood. We're still in emergency need of type O, so just please support your community by saving a life and donating blood.
Donating blood, yeah. What is your favorite beach?
I mean, the whole Daytona Ormond area has always been my favorite, but I grew up there, so I'm biased, and I compare every other beach I've ever been to in my life to that.
Really?
I guess number 2 would be the Virgin Islands in Magens Bay is pretty outstanding. Nevis Island is pretty outstanding.
Yeah.
By the way, did I tell you I'm going back to Nevis Island next April? Maybe I'll find my camera.
Oh, nice.
Because I saw an article where this guy was reunited with a camera that he lost 22 years ago.
Oh, wow. That'll be you.
Oh, gosh.
In the water.
Great.
In the water. And I'm like, oh, that would be amazing. So maybe, Larry, there's hope.
I think so. This is amazing.
It'll be like a time capsule if the pictures are still able to be viewed.
Oh, I'm sure they are. It's in a sealed case, and it's just on a
waterproof.
On a drive.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Underwater.
Be sure to thank Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring for sponsoring the important announcement, or reminder, I should say, that Galen brings to us each weekday morning, plus his insight into things like beaches and sports and prostitutes.
You're a well-rounded man, Galen.
Palm Garden of
It's a
Ocala.
deferral. By the way, it's a deferral. You can't give blood if that happens.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, don't go unless you're ready to stop giving blood.
Yes.
Oh, man. Health and Rehabilitation. Palm Garden is a skilled nursing facility, so keep that in mind. The best advice I will ever give you is to simply take a tour. Ask questions, take a tour, participate in one of their events. They have a lot of public invitation events that you can go to, and then you get to take a tour and see the delicious food that they prepare there on a regular basis, and the grounds. You can take a walk outside and see how beautiful it is there. Go to Palm Garden at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Go to Penn Flooring and see their showroom and decide for yourself how you can remodel your home or office from the floor up. They are at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, providing great flooring for us here in WOCA. How much time do I have?
2 minutes.
I have a minute and 20 seconds. Ready? All right, real quickly, the quickest I've ever done a segment here with you. 10 things you can do to get rich. Buy secondhand stuff. Live in an affordable home.
Yes.
Buy something that will last for life. In other words, pay a little more. Make sure it's one of those things that last forever.
I've done all 3.
Wait for the good deals.
Done that.
Mayonnaise 2 for 1. Don't retire. It says here.
Okay.
Be frugal. It almost sounds like that's repeating everything. Use coupons.
What's the point of having money if you're not going to retire?
Use coupons. Budget your money. Invest in tangibles. I have to look at that one later. I'm not sure what it means. And then it says, don't look rich. Don't look rich, Galen. Look like you aren't rich.
What's the point of being rich then?
Although that's not the advice from the girls on the subway, by the way.
That's right.
Have you ever...
I guess it's all relative. I guess that's all a relative thing. Yeah.
You know who the guys look at on the subway? You know who the girls look at? The guys that look like they're dressed rich.
Sure. I bet they do.
That's according to Cosmopolitan. All right, Galen.
Hey, all you have to do is, if you want to have fun, YouTube gold diggers. Just put in there gold diggers pot.
All right, we'll do that.
That's great fun.
Hey, be careful driving, Galen. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, sounds great.
And
Thanks,
don't forget to check out the sauna, by the way, in Atlanta.
I know. I'm back.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, bye.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump's just tweeted about taking military action in Syria, writing, Russia vows to shoot down any and all missiles fired at Syria. Get ready, Russia, because they will be coming nice and new and smart. You shouldn't be partners with a gas-killing animal who kills his people and enjoys it. Those airstrikes would be in response to reports of a chemical attack on civilians in Syria. The Russian government says there's no evidence of it. Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg apologetic during testimony with senators.
For about 5 hours, Zuckerberg answered concerns about Russian election interference, privacy, and terms of service.
Your user agreement sucks.
Louisiana Republican John Kennedy sharing sentiments expressed less colorfully by his colleagues about how much Facebook users know about who sees their data.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the Capitol. Zuckerberg speaks to a House committee today. Fox News. We report, you decide.
My number 2 does not look like a number 2. I don't know what to call it. Is there a number 3?
Table for 4, please. Anything close to the restroom.
A middle seat with these stomach problems? That's my fear of flying.
Sound like you? If it does, you could be one of the many people with a digestive condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Even if you don't know what EPI is, you might know the symptoms. Frequent diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain. If you have even just one of these symptoms, you could still have EPI, because not everybody experiences EPI the same way, which is why it's so important to open up to your doctor about all your symptoms. And the good news is, EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com, complete the symptom checker, and use it to have a conversation with your doctor. Don't keep a lid on it. Visit identifyepi.com. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Council.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
The College of Central Florida is committed to being your first choice for quality higher education. CF has locations in Marion, Citrus, and Levy counties and offers more than 60 academic programs. Earn a certificate, associate, or bachelor's degree. With Florida's 2+2 program, a student can complete an associate in arts at CF and be guaranteed admission to a state of Florida university. CF is ranked number 13 in the U.S. for affordability, is military friendly, and offers a full student life experience. Make CF your first choice. Call 352-873-5800.
What do I do now?
After 911, don't worry, call Fakuri. Fakuri Medical and Chiropractic, treating auto injuries for over 32 years. Same-day appointments, immediate medical attention, all under one roof. Don't worry, call Fakuri. Go to bestinjurycare.com. All auto insurances are accepted. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call. Car accident? Don't worry, call Fakuri. bestinjurycare.com.
Are you or someone you know looking for a new career in healthcare? Is the cost of training preventing you from taking that next step? Palm Garden of Ocala can help. We will pay all tuition and exam fees, plus a bonus to you on completion of the class, and another bonus on completion of a successful orientation. For more information, stop by Palm Garden or call 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Are you looking for some spring color? Look no further than